This video is for these 70 to 100 people who are watching every video I upload. If you're new to the channel, first of all, welcome. It's mainly about cars, not me sitting here. And the only reason why I'm sitting here and not in the garage next to the cars is that it's freezing cold outside. I want to take the time and reflect a little bit the year of 2025. Today is New Year, so it's already 2026, and while you're watching that video, I'm already on the flight to Tokyo for filming new content starting 2026 with a blast in Japan. I received feedback about the channel that was so heartwarming that I really want to share it with you before we start, and actually speaking about the year, speaking about some clips, speaking about some facts that I collected in this car industry in 2025. So I got a call a couple of weeks ago from a good friend, and he has hardly to fight with a kind of burnout. And he gave me the feedback that these 30 to 15 minutes he watched my video every week really helps him getting through that hard time. And between us, this is the most heartwarming feedback I ever got about this channel, and it really shows me that I should not stop. And it really shows me that if I can transport my emotions, like he said to me, you're so happy when you visit all these places, you laugh, you smile, you bring people to laugh. I love to watch it. So thank you for that feedback. I really appreciate that. And now let's recap a little bit the year of 2025, because I think that's, for me personally, was a tough year because we were traveling a lot, meeting a lot of cool people. Absolutely crazy. And the year started, of course, in Japan. And we visited Tokyo Auto Salon for the first time. So it was me and Mark never been to Japan, and we've been to the Tokyo Underground meet. I met people first time like Dino, Larry, Dustin, all these content creators, also Marcus, also a friend of mine, now a friend of mine from Singapore, a very good photographer. Absolutely a blast. After we've been back from Tokyo, we managed to change some carbon parts on the Supra together with Eric from Hollow 65. Also big shout out to him for helping me for everything that we achieved in 2025. We did the carbon fiber parts, we did some modifications on the engine, we had the Venturi video, what was for me personally a big relief, because as you saw in the videos or in the series, that we had first the intake option on the Supra, and I wasn't really satisfied with that one. So that was like a first, how to say, I wouldn't consider this as a down point, but for me personally, I'm more happy with the Venturi now, right? Then the first car meet started in March of WB Cars on a smaller parking lot on the Brita Arena. Was one of the first car meets of the year. Then through April we had the first newbies car meets. As well, we had in January when I came back from Japan a newbies car meet. That was absolutely lovely. So let's speak about April first, because March was still a lot of traveling, a lot of working. We had the Jesse's Jedi video. We did the we would visit GR8 together with Eric and the family, and it was such a lovely trip to Belgium. I really appreciate it. That was quite fantastic. If we now then jump towards May, we've been to the Hockenheim Ring with T-Josh Racing, what was an absolute blast. Me driving in the AMG GT as a passenger next to Joshua. perfect. An absolute masterpiece of an experience for me. So also we drove against Eric on the quarter mile. What was pretty cool when a screw off his wastegate did fly away. As well, we've been to the first. We've been invited to WB in Cars as a VIP, and we met so many amazing people. It just was a blast. And of course, in end of May, we finally mounted the Adro briefcase, which was for me personally a big step, because helping John and Corey and all the other people from Adro to creating a company and supporting them after we met on Auto Salon was a real big step for me, and I did a favor to friends, so absolutely amazing. When we're speaking about June, I was to the most craziest car meet I've ever experienced in my life, and that was the Poser Mannheim meet at the Rhein-Neckar Arena, or Rhein-Neckar Arena parking house or parking lot. That was an absolute blast. I've never ever experienced it, and I remember that I was on a car meet in Mendig over the day, and in the afternoon I drove to Peter and his house, and he brought me there, and it was a sheer blast. I mean, that meeting the people from M-Flight there, meeting so many people of this community was for me personally mind-blowing, absolutely mind-blowing. I think until now, even if I compare to Tokyo or the car meets to the US, I think that was the meat of the meats until now. Okay, even if we speak about SEMA, if we speak about Ultrace, etc., for an organized parking lot meet in a parking house, or there were parking lots as well, from this crew, sheer blast. Of course, we then had some oldtimer meetings. I'm still a big fan of these oldtimers, but I think the market is dying. Full stop. Okay, I think the oldtimer market, and this is because of the restaurant mods, because the companies understand. If I'm just restoring an oldtimer, it's like 100K. If I'm restoring the oldtimer and make a restaurant mod of it, it's a 500K. So the companies understood that, the customers understood that as well, and the customers buying literally a brand new car. So I think this is like the kill switch for the oldtimer market in future. So then we went to, I think, the biggest car meet in Europe, and also a big shout out to the people from Ultrace I know, and also a big shout out to Sean. We met there first. Also big shout out to Luca. We had a fantastic time, even if it was at the Manolia Park, where things really escalated. Okay, I'm usually not a big fan of these kind of escalations, but it was fun to watch, and B, hence we were not direct part of it, so we were just there and filming and seeing what people are capable to do. Yeah, it was a blast. We really enjoyed it. I can't lie, I can't deny, I really enjoyed that, right? After Ultrace, we had the first WBN night meet. Well, I took my Audi back then because it was a little like a rainy night. But that was absolutely amazing. Okay, I really thought that this is just fantastic. And a big shout out to WB in Cars for having me there. What then resulted 2 months after in, I think, the most crazy parking lot meet after the Poser Mannheim one I've seen so far. And they're now already searching for a new spot. They also created Vibes on Wheels, what I think was a fantastic meet. The area was maybe a little bit too big for all these cars, and it was a nice meet. The food was fantastic, but honest feedback, I more like these night meets because I think it gives a more chill vibe to the whole car community and the whole culture. So for me personally, that was like a really big thing. Then of course we went to Tuning Masters. We met some people again back at the ring, and due all this time, I told you, I was introduced to Artek. And his family and his friends and the JDM scene of Wiesbaden, and we had some nice meets with them as well. And if I reflect the whole year, how many people I meet, even when I was in Korea, right? So I visited Korea. There was also or then directly jumped after that to SEMA, how many people I met there, and how many people I shake hands, and how many people I say hi, and how many people also already know me in this industry. It's sometimes I can't believe that this is happening like it is, right? Maybe I underestimate it, or maybe sometimes I'm just too curious. It's just a blast. It's just a blast what happened in 2025. And with that said, thank you everybody for staying with Shift Drift Media. Thank you everybody for staying with me. I hope you enjoyed the video. A little bit more me talking, a little less cars. Again, while you're watching it, I'm on my way to Tokyo, and I'm pretty sure in the next episode we're gonna see us in Tokyo. That said, I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. Cheers. Bye bye.